Buildings like this commissary guardhouse are one of the last remaining buildings from Fort Brown, and believe it or not, you can visit it here in the city of Brownsville.
A very rich place in terms of history. Fantastic.
Anthony Knupp is a well-known historian in the Brownsville community. He has always had a love for history, even when he was in grade school.
You know, it was just something that interested me. And as time went by, I began to get more involved in reading history, and then eventually down here, writing history.
After graduating high school in Minnesota, he would find himself teaching the very thing he loved to a younger generation for more than 40 years. And when Anthony moved to the Rio Grande Valley to teach at a university level, he began to discover a new love, one for the history of Brownsville and Matamoros and their journey throughout time.
You know, there have been wars down here, and one side taking over and then the other side, and of course there's Matamoros on the other side of the river, and conflicts that get involved from there. So yeah, a tremendous amount of history and very interesting.
Anthony has even written some books on the relationship of the two border town cities titled Boom and Bust. And the relationship, as history books tell us, was rough back in the 1800s. Prior to the city of Brownsville's establishment, a fort was built in the shape of a star along the Rio Grande, the first military post to be built along the river to separate Mexico from the state of Texas. It was named Fort Texas.
Seizure of this land was land that the Mexicans claimed as well, so there was concern of a potential Mexican attack. And so that's why you build a fort. There could have been, quite an assault. The Mexicans had a substantial force.
In 1846, a 6-day siege of Fort Texas by the Mexican army claimed the life of Major Jacob Brown, who died defending the military post. After U.S. General Zachary Taylor retook control of the fort, he ordered the post to be renamed Fort Brown.
And they helped stabilize the border area that led to people settling down along the border, because nobody was going to settle there if they didn't have any protection.
Fort Brown played a crucial role during the Civil War in 1861. It was a major hub for international trade. Both Confederates and Unionists both had control of the fort at some point in time.
The Confederates evacuated Fort Brown, and the Union forces came after them. They headed for the coast to get away, and there was a battle there.
The Mexican-American War resulted in the Rio Grande being established as the boundary between the two nations. It was decommissioned after World War II in 1946, but you can still visit some of the history here in the city of Brownsville just by driving by. For Take 5, I'm Joe DeLeon.